It feels really good to organize and sort things, just to have everything at one place. You know, if you're gonna paint, then you have the paintbrushes together with the paint. But I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. If I, of course, organize and sort, but I also declutter and downsize and discard before that, it just feels so much better. Such a headache, man. I have some papers here now that I'm gonna sort, and then I'm gonna file paper from treatment, and then I'm also gonna the thing I'm gonna do first is like discard of anything that can be discarded of. So I'm gonna discard and sort, and then after I've sorted, I'm gonna organize. Okay, I have now sorted the papers from residential hospital, the discharge notes from like all the hospitals because I want to put them together. Then I have all my meal plans. What the heck is this? Then I have just a bunch, crap load from just a psych ward. I have trash. I kept like the mail from the hospitals. And this is like all the discharge papers. This is insane, man. And then I have all the papers from where I'm staying at now. So I'm trying to just keep them a little bit decluttered and apart. And then there's just like papers from when I was younger, but I can't deal with that now. And here's a scrapbook from like those like happy little things that happened. And then here are things that shouldn't be in this one. And then here I have a book that's empty, and then drawings that they don't belong in this pile. And then cards, birthday cards. And then I have manuscripts and also work contracts that also doesn't belong. They don't belong in this pile here with all the rest. So I took a paracetamol, but I still feel very nauseous and all that. So I'm gonna try and not fall apart. Now I'm going to file the discharge notes, but I'll have to just sort them so that they are chronologically, and then I'm gonna file everything from residential and everything of like meal plans, and then I'm gonna file the rest. Then I'm gonna move those to where they belong, and if I feel alright, then I'll go through that, but it's not a priority because I do feel really unwell. says that this process should take like 6 months. When did I find her? I found her maybe in, I think, 2019, and it's 2023 right now, and I've had a lot of time to declutter and it takes time, and it's like a skill you have to build up, and I'm just feeling so unwell. I have filed all the discharge papers. I filed all the papers from where I'm at now. This one is going, by the way. These are like horrible. Oh, it's so icky. Blah. And then I've sorted out all the envelopes, and then we have all the papers from the psych ward, which is what I really want to just file that. And then here I have all the papers from residential. And I don't count, like I have thrown away a lot of paper, but I haven't counted it. I have some schedules and cards and envelopes and all that. I'm just gonna count that as one. And then I have all my scraps here, which I can't deal with right now. I feel like the most pressing issue here right now is that file there. That pile, not file. I'm gonna file that pile. See if that makes me feel better. This is what things can do to you, you know, when you let it just pile up and then you have to deal with it one day. And I feel wild. Okay, oh my god, I'm getting all shaky and I'm very nauseous, and I have come quite far away. So first things first, I found this ticket from when they showed my film in the cinema. That's really cool. I'm gonna put that on my wall. I'm very happy with this. I really am struggling to let this go. I'm gonna sort through it really quick and see if I can let any of it go. These are keys, like that. Oh, sheesh. $287, $288, $289, $290, $291, $292. $293, $294, $295, $296, $297, $298, $299, $300, $301, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Recycling. I have these left now. I'm gonna honor my tiredness because I'm gonna throw up, man. I'm gonna get a panic attack if I don't calm down. That's everything that's yet to be looked through. The world is so pretty. A walk has never felt this good. Moving on to drawings and artwork. Oh my god, it's meta. Oh my god. I wish I knew how much I love you. So that's about that. I do have some in a big cardboard box as well, but we're gonna start with this.
I like to be educated, but I'm so frustrated. Hello to my loneliness. I guess that ignorance is bliss. Take me back to before I knew. Rewind, take it out of cue. Innocence can be a young man's game. Signed up for the hall of shame.
Alright. 213, 214. The interesting thing about this one is that when I first touched it yesterday, when I went through the stuff, I got this icky feeling and I didn't understand why, because I was like, isn't it new? And then I watched a video from 2018 yesterday where I was singing and this was in the background, and so this is one of the things I've been like looking at back at home, and this gives me the icks, and it's cool and all that, but oh my god, that felt so good. I forgot to count. Damn it. 113, 14, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 120. These are keeps, by the way. I am 100% positive I get ill from looking at this clutter. Because I went outside and had a walk in the sun and all that, and I actually started to feel a lot better. And then on my way home, I was thinking about the things I have to declutter, and I started getting a headache again. And the more I like sit with these things, the more like tired and drained and nauseous I get. But I have to look through them anyways, like I have to do that at one point or another. So eating the big frog right away. I'm gonna put definite keeps, maybe trash, and this is the things that I have to work with. So it's not as much as I used to have, but it's still a lot.
They're calling their parent to connect about it to get some. Now, what I notice is that survivors of trauma assume that uncovering or finding a lost database of memories is the only way to healing, and until they uncover those things, like they're up the creek. That is so not true. I tell clients that actually you don't need extensive memories to figure out or work on childhood trauma. I also notice that clients with memory issues assume they don't have any real knowledge.
All right, that felt good. So this is the drawings that I kept. Some are from very, very young. I think my kindergarten drawings are in another box, and I can feel myself not being ready to deal with that. I'm not ready to deal with that now. Some of these drawings makes me really happy. Others are more like memoirs, sort of. But I try to take out the ones that makes me feel icky. There's my little horse. That felt good. I'm sure there's some drawings that I don't like. We just have to do it a little at a time. I don't understand. Oh, and I managed to close it. That's the first. So again, I said 100 in the other clips. I think I'm at 200. Or am I above 200? Like, I don't know. But I'm at 20 anyway. So 20 in whatever 100 spectrum scala. Okay, 21, 22, 23, 24. This one is nice and all that, but this gives me the ick. It's from when I was 15, and I want to let it go. Like, what did I count? 21, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. It's a good box and I've used it for storage, but I just moved whatever was in it into the tin box instead. And you can't close this one, so it always opens, and then I can't get the drawers open, and I have to. Oh, okay. I can't deal with anything huge and massive right now, so I'm just gonna look through the scrunchies again.
Because we don't have a frame of reference.
It's always hard at first glance. I don't wanna, but I know I gotta do it. The truth is hard to
29. Good morning. It is day 1746 of decluttering, and since I kind of feel like I don't know what I got where anymore, I'm actually gonna look through the drawers in this room and see if I can find anything that's mine, and then I'm gonna just organize the rest because like I crave doing that, so that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so there's a lot of things that did not belong there. So we have all that paper that's just taking up space, and then we have some belongings. We have some Christmas things, and then we have some sewing things that also shouldn't be. I have to go through this one, God knows what's in there. And then we have a little pocketbook, sort of, some cards, and some photos that also doesn't belong there. And then we have a Christmas candle, and this is what it looks like now. I didn't take it before, but let me tell you, it didn't look like this. Okay, so KonMari got me because this made me rethink. I don't know if you can see that. The reason you should take everything out before you sort it and organize it is because you might have more than you think. I have no idea, man. So what I'm thinking now is I'm going to take the tablecloths that we kind of use, and then I'm going to put them in the top drawer, and then all the rest, which is just random antiques, I'm going to put them in a drawer by themselves. $231, $233, $234, $235, $36, $37, $38, $39, $40, and $241. Look, all the extra space this took up in that drawer. See, this is where, if this was mine, I would have downsized a whole lot and only kept my favorites. There are so many tinted, dirty, just not very pretty cloths and tablecloths and papers, you know, when you eat dinner at a rich house. So if these were mine, I would downsize like crazy so that I could actually use them, because I can promise you that when they lay like this, no matter how I put them, we never use them. We're never gonna use them. But it's not my decision right now, so I just kept it all like that. 43, 44, 45, and 46, 47, 48, 290, 250, 251, 252, 253, 254, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, and 60, 161, and my personal favorite, 62. I'm gonna move the games into this drawer so it's easier to access, so you don't have to roam around in antiques that can give you literal tetanus. When I organize and sort things, it makes me feel good. But I have realized that when I declutter, discard, I feel much better. I think a mistake I have done for the last 9 years, 10 years, is that I have organized and sorted only. At 19, I was downsizing full force. I had just built up that skill. And so discarding trash and like damaged stuff and like clutter, like, you know, the definition of clutter. And then having to just sort and organize whatever's left, feels so much better. Through this, and then I'm going to put these into the drawer where they belong. I was actually surprised over how much clutter and trash there were in the drawers, because that was empty when we moved, so that's just been like accumulating over the past 3 years. And things were, the thing is, it's fine to just keep things, you know, antiques and what, but it's a little bit, it gets very messy when there are games in every second drawer and there are candles in a corner there and in maybe under that tablecloth. If you're lucky, maybe you'll find back to your frankincense from Oman, you know, like, I think if you're going to keep a lot of sentimental and antiques and all that, at least sort them. At least have everything in one place. Have like together with life. Have hobby items together with their partners. Have paintbrushes together with the paint. Have glue together with the paper. Have the yellow paper together with the green and the blue paper. You know what I mean? That helps a lot. And one thing I have absolutely noticed, I haven't mentioned it before, but in my hobby career, you know, my hobby life, is that when I decluttered all the like excess stuff that I didn't actually like to work with or anything like that, like I would keep a lot of like these kind of things, you know, for making decor, but the process was fun, but it takes up a lot of space, and also I don't really like that type of decor. It takes up a lot of space, and I would rather, because this is the thing I'm prioritizing, I would rather paint and do scrapbooking than do decor and just like random. I would rather have space and room to paint than to fill it up with all this random stuff. And after I did this, I think I did it when I was like, I think 19. I was 19. I started decluttering my decor and like hobby things because I had so much art and craft things in just scattered everywhere. And when I discarded off all that, all the excess, I found back to painting and drawing again. I hadn't been doing that for many years because I just didn't know where things were, and if I was like, I could find the paint, but then I didn't know where the brushes were. Gonna look through this just to make sure we only keep things that I will actually use. And I have looked through this one time before, but again, my skills are better now, so I'm much better at making decisions. So okay, so this is what it looks like now. I'm getting rid of this, and these needs to go elsewhere because they don't belong in this box. I have all the colors, and then I have the, I don't know what it's called, stitches. Then I have buttons and a little cute little teddy that you can put on jeans if you get holes in them. So I have buttons, and this used to be filled with like absolutely everything, but I have gone through it once before. I realized that these have these very nice little because they would always get tangled. This would be like a whole cluster fork of tangles, and I realized they have these little flips on them, attachments where you can attach the thread so you don't lose it, and that's wonderful. We have this little box here, and when we open it, I put in, what's it called, measuring tape, this little measuring tape. I put in the needles for the sewing machine, and then I found all the needles from whatever. You know the needles they give you at hotels? They're actually quite good, like they break very quickly, but other than that. And so I placed all the needles I found in this one. It's just so neat, because usually it has been very scary looking, like searching for needles in this box when you don't know if there's any loose stitch needles or anything like that, and it's been quite painful when you like look around and it's just like there's a cluster of like threads, and in between the threads they're like loose needles and all that, so it's been kind of scary. So I'm gonna take this neatly curated box. I'm so happy about this. You have no idea, because now I have both curated the needles and stitches, the threads and stitch. Because now I've both curated the needle and thread and the fabric, so it's much easier now to reach for the sewing machine. It used to be like stacked on top somewhere, and it would be really heavy lift to get it down. Now it's easily accessible at like arm level, and I'm gonna put this on the side. It feels so good. It's like getting ownership of your own stuff, you know? So instead of the stuff owning you, you get ownership back. So I'm just gonna put this in this drawer, and this is the next project, by the way. Okay, so this is what I'm doing with 163 and 64, 65, 167 and 68. Well, actually, scrap that, because I think mom uses this. Well, no, she doesn't. It's been in the sewing kit for the last 30 years. Like I say 30. I have a problem saying 30. I lost my count now though. 69, 270, 271, 262. Just imagine this 10 times larger. That's what the books used to look like. 263, shit. 263 and 264. That felt good. And so the reason I want to go through this is because I'm not sure if I have like thrown stuff there, just because I don't want to have to deal with it. And so I'm wondering if I have stuff here. I want to see if I've used it as a dumping ground for my stuff. washing them too much. But so what I did, because this drawer was full of both cards and filled out cards and letters, so I put all my mom's cards and letters and photos here, and then I put fresh cards for whenever we need a card here, and then I put envelope here, so it's all neat and tidy. 165, 166, 167, 168, 169, 170, 171, 172, 173.